In the middle of the endless Sahara desert, where sandstorms can swallow every trace, there lies a colossal treasure of knowledge. Over 700,000 manuscripts, from the sacred Qur'ān to treatises on medicine, astronomy, and West African history. For more than 6 centuries, Timbuktu was the scholarly heart of Islam in Africa, a place where scholars and traders gathered to exchange texts and pursue learning. And then, in an instant, when the Ansar Dine militants seized the city, that vast library almost went up in flames and ash. In the next 60 seconds, we will follow the miraculous journey of those ancient manuscripts from the brink of destruction to their astonishing revival. Library history. By the late 14th century, under the reign of the great Mansa Musa, Timbuktu had risen as the commercial and intellectual capital of the Mali Empire. Perched on the Niger River, its 3 pillars of learning, the Sankoré University, the Djinguereber Mosque Library, and the Sidi Yahya Library, began to draw thousands of scholars from across Africa and the Middle East. Written culture legacy. Timbuktu's manuscript legacy isn't just about quantity, over 700,000 volumes, but also about the incredible diversity of content and artistic expression. First, the Qur'an manuscripts, penned in exquisite Maghribi calligraphy with fluid black ink and gold leaf borders to honor the sacred text. Beside them, medical treatises record diagnostic methods and herbal remedies, illustrated in fine detail and annotated in red ink for easy reference. In astronomy, Timbuktu scholars hand-drew celestial charts showing planetary orbits, lunar cycles, and eclipses, using blue, red, and brown inks to distinguish circles and markers. Equally vital were the historical and geographical works. Hand-drawn maps of Mali's borders, king lists, and chronologies meticulously copied to preserve the empire's memory. All this knowledge was written on treated animal parchment, a remarkably durable medium resistant to moisture and insects. Scribes prepared the parchment by soaking and stretching the skins, then wrote each letter with a feather quill so the ink would embed deeply, ensuring the manuscripts endured for centuries. In every vellum page and every calligraphic flourish, we read the thirst for knowledge that connected cultures and spread learning across Africa and beyond. Terrorist threat. In 2012, when the Ansar Dine Islamist fighters swept into Timbuktu, they tore down Mali's flag and raised their black banner over the city's greatest cultural landmarks. The Sankoré, Djinguereber, and Sidi Yahya libraries became their first targets, branded as repositories of pagan superstition to be destroyed. Footage of militants tearing medical and astronomical manuscripts from shelves and piling them into bonfires shocked the world. Ash clouds billowed like a verdict on knowledge itself, echoing the destruction of ancient libraries in Baghdad and Alexandria. During those chaotic days, librarians and local scholars hid in the maze of crumbling mud brick walls, watching helplessly as page after page drifted away. They knew that without decisive action, the intellectual heritage of West Africa could vanish forever. UNESCO swiftly warned of an impending cultural catastrophe. Over 300,000 manuscripts hung in the balance. The shattered walls, charred doors, and ash-filled floors of Timbuktu stand as proof that even millennia-old civilizations can be threatened in an instant by a small band of extremists. Secret rescue operation. When the danger became clear, a network of Malayan librarians, undercover agents, international scholars, and local conservators launched a clandestine rescue mission. Under cover of night, they smuggled priceless volumes from Qur'ān manuscripts to medical and astronomical texts out the back doors of the Djinguereber library. Each codex was wrapped in heavy cloth and sealed with UNESCO-branded wax to avoid detection. Small motorcycles and camel caravans then bore these treasures across the endless dunes, journeying through Gao and Mopti. At desert oases, exhausted couriers rested, checking the condition of the parchment and sharing a cup of mint tea. Finally, hundreds of manuscripts were locked in wax-sealed wooden crates, loaded onto land cruisers bound for Bamako, and delivered to national archives. That trek of hundreds of kilometers through silent dunes and starlit nights saved the intellectual heart of the Sahara. Thanks to these courageous networks, over 700,000 manuscripts would live on and inspire future generations. Preservation and digitization. To safeguard this heritage, UNESCO joined forces with the Aluka Project and the Library of Congress to digitize the entire collection. Each manuscript was placed on a high-resolution scanner LED lights, gently illuminating the vellum while lasers mapped the page's curvature to prevent distortion. The resulting images were processed by OCR and AI tools, automatically tagging metadata author, date, subject, and collection into a global database. These digital files are mirrored on cloud servers in the US, Europe, and Africa, ensuring 24/7 access and protection against data loss. On the Aluka and Library of Congress websites, anyone can search Timbuktu Qur'ān or Sankoré manuscripts, view 360-degree scans, and zoom into every calligraphic flourish and arabesque motif. Through digitization, metadata, and cloud storage, centuries-old manuscripts are now preserved intact, widely shared, and continue to fuel curiosity around the world. Legacy and today's importance. Today, Timbuktu's historic libraries are open once again, drawing not only scholars, but Mali's youth. From school children marveling at original Qur'an manuscripts to conservation students painstakingly restoring vellum pages, a new generation is rediscovering its heritage. Aissata Traoré, Sankoré's young librarian, explains, "When these children see manuscripts that are hundreds of years old, they realize they are part of an unbroken chain of knowledge." The Guardians of Manuscripts initiative holds workshops and exhibitions, turning heritage into living art and sharing Timbuktu's culture with the world through digital media and virtual reality. The lessons of rescue and digitization extend far beyond Mali. They remind us all of the urgent need to protect cultural heritage from violence and neglect. Each restored page and each digitized codex is a victory of knowledge over darkness. As we step into the future, the wisdom of the past lights our way, proving that cultural heritage is not merely history, but humanity's shared mission. We've traced Timbuktu's story from the moment its 6th century library teetered on the edge of oblivion, to the silent struggle of scholars and conservators crossing desert nights to save knowledge. From Bamako's digital labs to the hands of Mali students, we witnessed a remarkable rebirth, a testament that knowledge can conquer darkness. If you believe cultural heritage belongs to all humanity, like this video and subscribe to Dark Hidden History, so you never miss an episode. Share this story with friends and family to help protect and honor the world's hidden histories. Comment below which forgotten tale you want us to uncover next. Because history isn't just to be remembered, it's to be retold.
More stories they tried to erase.